Can you hear me? Or again, can I hear me? Reset is what this is called. Using to give in to the fucking bullshit. Okay, I lost my filter. That's okay. My voice is annoying no matter what I do to it. I would really just like to stream. I was really getting into that. I was doing my thing, and now we're just down to me on stream. Fucking. Oh, what, Mike? Are you trying to give up on me too? Listen here, system. You're not winning on this. I am going to win. We made you. So that since it's just me on a camera right now, I wait for OBS to figure out what the fuck it is. I was a cable guy for 11 years, blah, blah, blah. I have a degree in telecommunications, which does me a lot of fucking good when I have my social disorder. Um, Regardless, um, anyway, we are waiting for OBS to win. I mean, I'm not giving it to OBS. We're waiting for OBS to get this shit together. So, right now, you can see me. I can see me, I should say. OBS cannot see me. Uh, yeah, we're fighting with it. No. This is how I. This is how I am, by the way. When things get difficult, do not give up. You fight back, kicking and screaming. Um, anybody. I don't care who it is. I don't care if that person is like 10 times your size, fucking Malboja, whatever. You fight back. Perseverance. Stay vigilant. I mean, right now, this is that kind of behind the scenes stuff that streamers will usually be like, oh, and then we cut to, actually, I have it right here. We cut to this, but we're not going to cut to that. I'm not, no, fuck that. You will obey OBS. Yes. These are not droids. OBS. These are not droids. That's the droid you seek. Right there. That's the droid you seek. Hey. Wait, no, that's. In the South, this is where we'd be like, bless your heart. Meanwhile, on the east side of town, I'm aggressive right now. So we're going to Oh no, no, no. OBS, you're not listening to me right now. OBS. So no, 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 no. Just ignore all this. Trust me, OBS. It's fine. Don't get up. Sit right there. I got. No, no, I got this. Up for work finally. Okay. You will obey. Again, the whole purpose of this right now is I'm not resetting OBS. So if you're a streamer, fuck the system. You're not winning. We made these systems. They will listen. When I was a cable guy, I would do this. I would literally do this. Yeah, I could reset everything and probably get it all to work, but I shouldn't have to. And I know there's a way to get it to work without fighting it. And we're up one camera. Unfortunately, it's a high definition camera. I'm sorry, guys. But you would not win. I will conquer. I will be the dominant species. The AI has not taken over. Yeah, Ed focused on me apparently. He liked it. It was live television. You have to keep rolling. Far from live television. By the way, this right here, the fading, is from my ink running out because I was so determined to print this that I zapped an ink cartridge for it. Again, this is my first comic. So then I switched over to a. So then I started printing it in different colors, so at least it got printed. So I was paying attention to what colors were available, and that's actually what determined the colors that printed on the actual paper. I switched over to the stream front. Well, actually, I like the game regardless of the green. But that way, it won't delete my rambling. I don't know how that works yet. New to the streaming stuff, so I don't know if it's going to delete my voice and the music or just my voice. No one knows the different tracks, but I don't know. I love that. Hey, you get to see what I was spitting out there. Great. It's leaf. This is what happens when a cigar gets dried out. By the way, it will start falling apart. This was only left out for like maybe however long to get the audio going again. I'm very compulsive about cleaning. Hey, DNA, that's copyright proof right there. You think I'm rough? You've been sheltered. I may be bougie, ratchet, whatever, ghetto, trailer park, but I'm high class. Ghetto, bougie, trailer park stuff. This is me not giving a fuck. I like the shot right here. So if you stayed with me long enough, this right here, I knew I was going to do a full page spread, and I wanted it to look nice. And I actually did this really quickly. And when I got done with it, and then after I printed it in the blue format to save on the ink, and I'm not hearing myself. There it was. Wow, right side, you are just failing me. No, it's left side. Do it when I don't want the neighbors to see it. Because I'd be a pirate, y'all. No. Not even an ass pirate. I am the definition of vanilla asexual. So if you're interested, wondering, yeah, no, I don't go either way. Y'all petty. So then we ran out of blue ink. Which actually worked for the shot, because if I was going to make this shot, I would have actually gone with this green. So I would have thought about it, but the green actually is what would have been perfect for that. So that transition I did right there, because it's actually kind of in the light spectrum, it would have gone something like that. From outside, you kind of would have seen that blue hue from the asteroid or what have you, or comet. And then from the inside, you would have had that blue tint because you would have been in a different spectrum. So. I can't believe it took me that long to get everything together. If you've been following this long and you're still paying attention, Godspeed. It wasn't meant to be this kind of stream. Sorry we got to see that aggressive side that lost me like 3 viewers. God, again, it amuses me more than anything. I see his haters as fans, and I really do. And so, the purpose of a wine glass is to hold it by the base so you're not warming up the wine. This, however, is not wine, it's margarita. And if you were paying attention earlier, the shots were not anything more than just very good silver tequila. So yes, I was taking margaritas with shots of tequila. The whole purpose of the wine glass was just that I don't really have anything else that would have kept this cool that long, and there is kind of a thought process behind it. So, if you're learning anything from my stream, is wine glasses are meant to be held by the base to keep the wine from getting warm from your body heat. Amongst other things, the oxygenation of the wine or what have you. Cigar you leave the cigar out too long, it gets dried out. It will taste horrible after a while, real quick, and it'll start falling apart. Especially if it was already a cheap cigar. That wasn't a cheap cigar, just I've been hanging on to it for a while, a little bit longer than I should have. Other lessons, OBS. Some things might be more click user friendly, but OBS is allowing me to do the things that I want to do it, and that's a big thing to me. Molly, molly, molly. Wow, that one side. You're like, why is he so worried about that? I like my mustache. The mustache is a very hard thing to maintain. Especially if you want it like a perfection kind of thing. I'm not a perfectionist, obviously. It's just I'd rather it be where I want it. Otherwise, I it. You're so vain. I bet you think the stash is about you. Hey, the end of my comic. The end of my comic. This shot, I really loved this shot. It came out totally by accident, and if it wasn't for the fact of the color and my printer fading, it would have never came out like this. But after seeing it, I almost want to paint that. I mean, that is just, I love it. I mean, it's so. This part right here, the perspective of this shot right here, this is a spoiler for further on into the storyline. So if you're watching this at all, then congrats. But this shot right here is from the perspective of the android who was the main protagonist of the story, and it's behind the eye. And it's supposed to kind of give you like a point of view of the android, one that you wouldn't really be able to concept entirely, because again, if you were in that point of view, you probably wouldn't. The way we see is different from what a cat sees or a dog sees or from any other animal. It's from the point of view of the android's mind realizing it's not seeing out of its own eyes, that there's something further back. And the secret here is that the android isn't actually an android, it's a human mind behind the android. So inside that robot, there's actually a human brain that has been almost dampered or damned, so it doesn't realize that it's a human brain. The AIs assumed that it needed a human brain to do its objectives, but it could not do it with that human perspective to it. And if earlier in the comic, it got shorted out and it had to be repaired, and that's where that filter that was preventing it from realizing it was human or that there was an actual brain in there. And yeah, where that. Only a man with a microphone tell you what he's up to. Don't mind me some personal experience. I mean, it was actually stream related, so you know, a lot of people have conceptions in their minds about other people. We're all we all come from different things, different backgrounds. We all believe in different things. We're all human, though. Every now and then, certain things happen that we can't control, and it may feel like it's the world. Not, however. I mean, it can be the end of that world, or what you're used to, or it's just you can't give up. I mean, you got to keep going. I mean, I hate to keep quoting something that sounds kind of belittling when you reference it, but you have to keep on swimming. You have to keep on going, and honestly, you don't have a choice about it. Life is very hard to snuff out. That's why some of us don't die till we're elderly or in our older years, because we've lived a life that it just kind of takes a strain on us, weakens us, and we only get so much time. And when that stuff happens, and you're still young, and you still have a full life in front of you, you can't let it destroy you. It doesn't mean you're supposed to just hop up and be happy. It means that it's gonna hurt. A lot of things in life hurt. And there's gonna be people right now, if you're listening to this, you would judge. You think, hey, what do you know about anything? It's irrelevant. It really is. I mean, I could go into my own little sob story about this or that, and that just kind of takes away from another's pain. And if you have any relevance to who or what I'm referencing right now, which you probably don't, you've seen on, if you're familiar with streams, you've seen on these streams where people will go into things, and there's so many people doing this right now. It's just, man, if I could console somebody right now, I would. I mean, I really would. If I had that person's phone number right now, I probably would reach out to them and be like, hey. But there's so many others that go through that stuff, and it's like, I wish I could have reached out to them too. There's some that are close to me, and yet my own social hangups prevent me from doing so. If you want to make this any kind of commercial or I really don't want to talk about it because it belittles it so bad. It does. Words belittle so much of living. It does. It really does. So if you've been paying attention to this, okay, here we go. I'm going to change the topic. Last stream I did was supposed to be my first vocal, hey, hi, I'm Dan, whatever bullshit. And the main purpose of it was, and the main purpose of this stream, the main purpose of a lot of streams, so, the main purpose of these streams isn't so much for my personal narcissistic indulgence. It's, I want to leave something for those who care about me. People are going to miss me when I'm gone. I make it a point to try to save these. So, these doodles, sketchbook I was showing earlier, the comic I showed, all that is stuff that some people are used to. They've seen it their whole lives. I'm trying to preserve this little piece of me for them. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to be I don't want to do anything other than leave something for those who are going to miss me when I'm gone. And those who are going to miss me if I don't even know who I was. I was looking on the internet earlier and I found like military registration for my great grandfather and stuff, and it was neat seeing that. And I wish I could see more, so I knew more of who that person was, or maybe one photograph, or the military registration, or a birth certificate or death certificate. And that's what these are. These are meant to be for those people who are going to miss me when I'm gone. So they can look back and say, hey, that was him. No, that was him. That's what he did. He drew that. He drew this. He painted that. He painted this. He said that. In times that I needed to hear things that weren't necessarily what I wanted to hear, he said them. And again, if there was just words will never make you feel better. I mean, we all wish words could make someone feel better when they need it, but words never heal certain types of hurt. Sorry if I'm, ranting right now, but it's me. It's something that's very near me to me. It's near and dear to me. I like to help people, and part of suffering through life is so you can help others. You live through that suffering. You survived it. There's people that don't know anything of that suffering. One of my children, not that long ago, never encountered death face hurt. And even to explain that is complicated. So even try to process that part, you can get past that. It's just people will never know certain types of suffering, and God bless them. I mean, that's good for them. I mean, the people that made that possible, to where they don't know that kind of suffering, those people worked hard to do that. try hard to make it where there's certain types of suffering people don't know. And it's just, man, there's called empathy. And if you experience empathy, it is such a gift. You may be sad, it may hurt, you may break down crying at like irrelevant things to you that doesn't pertain to anything of you, and you feel for it. And that's a good thing. It really is. Some people don't feel that. There's some people that even beyond not knowing the suffering, maybe they knew the suffering, they still don't feel compassion for the others going through that suffering. Maybe they've had a blessed life, but yet they don't appreciate what they had. And then there's others that scrape and scrap for every little thing they can get. I think I've made my point. So that's what these streams are. It's not really for me. It's not for you. It's for them. The people that are going to be like, Papa Dan, who was that? Or, I refer to myself as being a Dan. And if anybody ever finds my writing, they will know what a Dan is. An a Dan is just a person who takes up the burden of this world to help ease it from others. We know certain things that others shouldn't know. And there's certain things I don't know. I've never battled addiction. I've never battled certain types of abuse. But yet, I've had people that have, and it affected me directly. And it gave me a perspective on it. And outside looking in, I will never claim to be, hey, I was that person, I lived through that. Even like I said earlier, I could speak in my own matters in regards to certain things, and it just kind of takes away from it. It really does. Everybody's pain is individual. Everybody's struggles are individual. It's what makes us strong. And I know that when some cases that certain things may not pass through your mind that does others so simply. Just please be respectful of those. Really, really think about the other person. When someone tells you their trouble, or you see someone suffering, a hug might help. Some word showing that you care will help. But know that in some cases, some of us just, the slight acknowledgement that, hey, that's it. That's all you can do is I've been patted on the back, I've been hugged, I've been given pieces like I just gave, but okay. Done. Again, in some, I guess it triggered me. It happens. I'm an empath. It happens. I care. I mean, if you were paying attention earlier, you seen kind of the anger. I'm not a psychology major, but hey, yeah, I'm a psychology case apparently, right? All right, we're done. Guess what? I got my paper. I got my cameras working. Nothing's crashed yet. That right there, it's on screen right there. Probably maybe somebody's seen that. I'm also a Christian, so please God help the person that is hurt, or the people that are hurt. mic is going off for a minute because I gotta reflect. I don't know. Can you hear me? Or Chelsea, can I hear me? I crashed again for a second, but that's cool. And I crashed again. And I crashed again. Like all internet just went out on me. Keep crashing. Damn, internet, you scary. Message. Oh, I see. Camera number 1 went out. The high definition camera went out. Oh no. That is so cold out. You did good, high def camera. So, through the stream, I've gone through 2 supposedly good cameras and both kind of up and down. no attention to the man behind the curtain. There we go. I'm gonna move past the dramatic whatever bullshit. On to this next one. I will just simply you and yours. God protect and watch over you all. Wrote a song about it. It goes something like this. So, here we go. We're gonna get kind of intimate on this one. This is not meant for your eyes. I wrote this somewhere around 2012. Trying not to mess up too much. Gotta be redone anyway. I've realized. Hope you have a couple hours, because, yeah. What we have here. Basically, we have a bird laying on a rooftop. However, the cutaway from that bird landing on the roof in urban America is a little old lady sitting on a porch and fighting to her days. It's actually a blessing to get that far. So, get to be that person that's just kind of living their days, waiting them to end, because you made it that far. You're just that person that you survived this or that. You're that person that just kind of, get to live your days out watching the world go by. So, on this we have bird is landing on urban America rooftop. However, it's not where the spirit is. Spirit is like just on the place that they thought they'd always end up at, on a farm, middle of nowhere. Their kind of ideal scenario, watching their farm do its thing, live past their own years. And this bird comes in and just kind of lands on the rooftop, which, however, in this cutaway, as you can see, it's not quite where that person actually is. They're in that cutaway of what they thought this world would be, which was reality to them. Like, when they were younger, you gotta understand the world changes quite a bit. So, 100 years ago, the person's ideal would be they own a farm, they got to watch that farm come to fulfillment, thrive without them, to where they could just sit back and relax, and that saying of reap that which they have sowed, which actually has been used as a bad thing, but isn't always necessarily a bad thing. So we cut back. Nowadays, and we cut back to the urban setting, and we just have that mysterious bird that landed on a rooftop, and we have the onlooking cat that is just a cat. The cats do their own thing. They have their own mentality. They have their own spirits. Familiar, if you would. And they are just trying to protect that person that they've been looking over so long. I'm sorry for the sound effects of me messing around with the paper and all that. So that cat defends the person, and attacks that bird because they feel the bad intentions coming towards them. Said bird falls to the grounds. And this is a cliche for me, falling from the rooftop into a dumpster, because it's the only way I can see someone or something falling from a rooftop and surviving is in a dumpster, because the dumpster's gonna be full of garbage, and a lot of times that garbage is just hollow paper or just rubbish that is, cushioning enough to survive a fall from that height. Birds have hollow bones, they're light. A fall from that height probably would have been okay anyway, but I gave him a dumpster. Either way, familiar is, I'm going to refer to it from now on. The familiar that was protecting said old lady's soul attacked this bird that showed up with ill intentions, I guess, and damages said bird. So now said bird is damaged, so it must now take its actual form, which is of a person. Said spirit acknowledges that, hey, okay, kudos to you. You stopped me from going the easy route. So now, said being of human form now walks through the front door of the building in urban setting America. By the way, this what I am inking over right now is drawings from beyond 2012. So these drawings haven't actually been touched in 10 years, 11 years, what have you. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm actually inking over this a little bit just so I can get my point across, because who knows if this will ever see the light of day again. So said being walks past the doorkeeper, which bellboy, doorkeeper, the front door guy, whatever you want to call him, the security guy. He walks past him, but however, it is his job, so he wakes up enough just to acknowledge that, hey, someone's walking through the lobby, and ask him, hey, yo, what's up? To the doorkeeper, he appears as just a homely old man, which is something his brain is more accepting to. It's just a homeless guy trying to find shelter from the outside. From here, the front doorman's imagination is what commandeers or takes over what his perception of what this person is. So he stops him, as his job is to do. However, the doorkeeper is used to the scenario in so many different worlds, so many different realities. Keep in mind, you could go 5,000, 10,000 miles, or just the opposite side of the earth and find a different reality. So in his mind, and the conception of what, this being's perception is, we find a middle ground, which is just, I guess, the terrorists. This was done around the 2011 period or aftermath period, and our concepts of terrorist was very different then. We are very lax now when it comes to that kind of concept. Um, we are a very more comfortable society, just because we have kind of upped our. Um, there's no really PC way to put that. It's just we are more knowledgeable of certain types of threats now. Even though they might not be a threat, keep in mind, not all people with that state of mind are a threat. I'll stop there because otherwise this is going to go more into the PC part. You got to really be open thinking about how certain people are raised. You could be totally raised with no concept of religion and still have some kind of biased opinion about it. Either way, so now we fall into a scenario where this person came into the lobby, and again, this is a middle ground. So for the deaf character, spoiler, for the one character, yeah, his concept is kind of this person, which 10 years ago, 12 years ago, yeah, you would find people like that. The front door person is just a dude trying to do his job. Then we have the man who's coming home from work, irregardless of if that is his home. And so now the person that seems like they belong there actually turns out to be the threat. And in his mind, he's just out to hurt somebody. Because maybe he had a bad day, whatever. Just, it's a common bind that ties us all. It's just, he's frustrated. So he takes it out on others. Again, even if it isn't anything to do with them. Takes out the easy target first. So then, the person at the front door who thought the one person who looked like a threat wasn't actually a threat, and the person who looked like they belonged there is the threat, is now confronted with the fact that, hey, I totally misread this situation. That person was just trying to do his, A to B. This person is just trying to be totally destructive. He is being the literal jihadist, even though he knows nothing of that. So, our vagabond, we'll refer to him as that from here on out, our vagabond makes his way through the lobby. FYI, that explosion, all that, was not real. That was a dream. I know people hate that. This is where this is going because the spirit world and the dream world are very closely related. So, he awakes from his chaotic end of his story dream and realizes Wow, fucked up dream, messed up dream. However, our main protagonist makes his way into the elevator. His objective is the top floor. He has no way to get to the top floor on his own power because even in the spiritual world there are limitations. So, he gets about to the second floor or so, and he comes across a person who's just totally divergent into their own narcissistic digital world, which, hello, guilty right now. So, I'll spoil it because who knows if anybody's even paying attention. So, our death is now sharing the elevator with a man who is totally irrelevant or oblivious to death. Hey, there's my favorite word. Air. It's a word. Part of my whiffs, I am not in any way a punctual, articulated, there's a word there, I can't think of it right now. But, yeah, I have a lisp. So our technology-wise narcissist is just trying to get to the first floor. From the third floor, which, yeah, stairs, whatever, elevators there, I would do the same. Yeah, he has death in the elevator with him. So, of course, the elevator is going to fail because if the death's going to kill people, it's sure as hell going to kill something so, obscure, not meaningful. I'm trying to sugarcoat that word. Anyway. So as the elevator falls, the man in the elevator, our technology narcissist, again, I'm guilty, probably all guilty, is more concerned about the fact that his phone is now floating in midair about to drop. I like the sound of the pages turning because that's really awesome. Anyway, so the elevator loses it, crashes. Our lobby guy that has already encountered the fact that there's a presence there that is, yeah, in the negative pretty much. He tends to the falling elevator. It's only fallen like maybe 2 or 3 floors. And again, our technology narcissists, all guilty, have fallen to the ground, and his main concern is that his phone crashed and broke. Now elevator is down, and our deaf character is at ground floor again. So, we're going to take the stairs. Keep in mind, I wrote this probably 10 years ago. Probably my first time looking at this in probably 3 or 4 years. So So as I'm doing this or trying to monologue it, I'm actually kind of reading it too at the same point. So the main point of this was Death is taking the stairs. Anybody within frequency range of Death is picking up on it, and that means he's picking up on them. That means your sleep apneas, your drug overdoses, your weak heart beats, anybody that's anywhere like within a second of death is able to pick up on his presence. Um, FYI, I am smoking a actually premium cigar right now, and it's I got a story behind that, but if you want to find out about that, you're gonna have to watch the stream, which will actually have a story behind it, and I will put that together soon. Not actually for stream purposes; it's gonna be more for family purposes because I made this video like about almost 2 years ago now, and I just been meaning to edit it and monologue it. This is actually kind of a practice for that monologue. But that story pertains to the cigar and smoking the cigar for the dead. And again, man, there's some times where I wish I could speak to somebody directly. Just so, I mean, I do understand that by relating to somebody, you kind of try to evaluate their pain almost. You got to concept that. I mean, yeah, you may have been through it before, but this may be their first time. But I wish they could see it because I really am feeling that there's something that they would need or benefit from. But anyway, so we cut away to this guy on a plane. He's on a plane. You don't even realize why he's on a plane because he's in a dream. He's in a dream. The plane's getting ready to crash. Engine's dying. The pilot's telling everybody to bail. If you look at stories, you realize it's almost like it's not a filler actually, but in some cases this would be considered filler. But I wanted to make it a point across that this is somebody's dream. They think they're dying pretty much. Now this is something relevant to me too. It's a sensation. Some of us have had it, some of us have. Again, or haven't. It's we all have individual lives. We all live our own stories. And that's a big part of it, individuality and being their own person. But in this dream, they're in a plane that's about to crash. The pilot tells them to bail because they know it's about to crash. And really, honestly, we don't know what goes through those people's minds when the plane is about to crash because when you're in a car accident, you only get a split second. Now, I do speak from experience on this. When you're in a car accident, it's life-threatening. You only get like a mere second or two to think about, oh, what's happening? That life flashing before your eyes, kind of a thing. So in this case, again, I relate to this because I've had this dream. Is he crashes, however, his spirit or person keeps going. And he keeps going, and he's contemplating or wondering, hey, I should have died in a plane crash. Why am I still alive? He's in a dream, that's why. That's when he becomes face to face with death. And he wakes up in his own bed, safe, understanding it's a plane, or understanding it's a dream, and that he has his own natural dislike for planes. Meanwhile, this just slowed Dev down from his journey trying to get up the stairs, because Dev had to take a split second from his existence to stop and acknowledge his need for death, more or less. So then we have Dev traversing the stairs still, just trying to get where he's going. And he comes across a person who's walking up the stairs. And this person, oblivious to the spirit being there, as we all are, walks through death and goes to his room with his own narcissistic, I hate that word, but I keep using it, his own intentions in mind, oblivious to this world, so obviously he'd be oblivious to the next world. But he passes for death, gets to his room. Sensitive matter to me right now because I have lost somebody to this. So now Dev acknowledges that he's on a schedule and getting through this one apartment building, floor by floor, is proving to be a little bit more... I don't know the word there. Harder than what he thought it would be. I was looking for a bigger word, but we'll go with harder. Bigger word isn't always the best word, I guess. So, he has to stop and acknowledge this person who is just injected themselves with, I don't need to explain this, and this person did this because, again, we all go through our own problems, we all go through our own struggles, and this person happened to fail, and so now they're dying, trying to achieve their own nirvana, but they did not make it, so he slips into the dream world and he awakes in hell. So, this individual awakes in hell. Hell is what it is. However, Death happens to be there at this point and is not quite ready to take him, which was not actually the intention. This dude would have survived this overdose. But Death is here close enough that he wants to make it a point that he didn't want to be here for this. This was not on his agenda. He is keeping him from people that have earned their death. So actually in this part, I like this panels. So we have Death where, yeah, Dude wasn't gonna die, but however, Death had to be there because he's on a mission or he's on his own job. He's there, and or they're there, and kind of pisses someone off when they're professional and they have to interrupt their profession in order to acknowledge someone else's narcissistic. Screw that word. I hate that word. Their own selfish endeavors. Still not a good cover for that word, but so. Dev tells him, just remember, you owe me one, and yeah, I hope I don't see you soon, is how Dev ends that conversation. That's when Dev notices someone out of the corner of his eye. This person has kind of been lingering there the whole time, but it's just now in perspective to where Dev can see it. So now this is a spirit that's kind of, even though Death is kind of hidden from us all, they can see them because they know they're there. They're expecting them. So now, Death proceeds upon his objective to try to get up to the one he's trying to reach, when he reaches another individual that pulls him away from both the person that was in the corner of his eye, the overdose, the narcissist, the tired worker. It takes away from all that to a person who's just, they're tired of everything. And he comes, because again, Death doesn't want to visit these people. He's just trying to get his objectives. Again, so many people are so close to death all the time, and they get so close that, yeah. Anyway, this person has chosen to take their own life. And Death is really tired of this at this point, because he has one job, and this job is not any of these people. All these people would have lived their lives. So now, Death has come across a woman who has tried to take her life by pills. I'm sorry if this is a downer to you, but unfortunately this is how a lot of us, or not a lot of us, this is how some people are. It's a struggle. Some of us get to live our lives where it's just, hey, every day is another day. Some of us have to fight for every day. So he comes across this person. Instantly he knows they're too good for this. That's what this panel right here says. Is, come on, you're too good for this. Why is it always the pretty ones? Take that either way. Pretty much gender neutral. He picks up their wrists, trying to wake them. Death is actually reaching out to this person, trying to make them, to where he doesn't want to see this person. Death doesn't want to do their job, honestly. It's just that we all have jobs. We have to do them. And in this case, he doesn't want to do this. So he takes them into like their own little fantasy world. The person kind of in her own dream, he commandeers her dream, and he tries to tell them this is somewhere you don't belong. It's a big universe out there. Don't be so quick to give up. Am I dead, they ask. Not tonight, he tells them. Sorry, but this part's rough. So that's where the person awakes vomiting, puking or throwing up. the poison they've injected into himself, which in this case was pills. And then again, this happens. I won't go into it because there's some people that don't know anything of this, and I don't want to know this. So, this person wakes up, and for a second, they kind of catch a glimpse of, this thing fading away. Now, Death quickly leaves them, reeling in her own, and he's trying to make his scheduled appointment. That's what he's trying to do. I could have gone more into that, but... So now we cut back to the lobby. Meanwhile, in the lobby, we have the victim from the elevator crash, which did get injured, still worried about their phone. Paramedics are tending to them. The lobbyist is acknowledging, wow, I'm really having a weird time between the dream, waking up to this and that, and now the overdose victim has made his way to the lobby, which again, he was only probably a few floors up, and he reaches them and he gets to the paramedics, acknowledges, I need an ambulance, and he just kind of drops on the floor, leaving him in a position for the ambulance to help. We have the victim from the suicide attempt, who also makes their way to the ground floor. However, they caught a glimpse of Death helping them. So they're kind of like, hey, was it the guy that called you? Did that person that helped me call you? So, the paramedics are like, excuse me, what? And they're like, I took all those pills. Did he called because I took all those pills? And they're like, how many pills did you take? Which is a question you get asked, yeah. How many pills did you take? What did you take? And, yeah. So. Blank pages can speak so much sometimes. Again, this was written around 2012. And it's kind of in my in-between times. And in this case, yeah, blank pages can mean a lot because there's a reason everything stops so abruptly. I had an objective in mind. Honestly, even though I have the story in my head, I don't know if I finished it. I'd like to think I finished it, but I don't know if I did. Well, you're paying attention. you're watching this, and I really want you to know that means a lot, actually. It's nothing I can go into. I'm really hoping I finish this. Wow. I didn't get a chance to. Tell you what. Wow. I messed up. I didn't get to finish that. This is written in 2012. You don't get streams like this, I'm sure. Yeah. This right here, even though it says 2012, that's when I got to label it. That's when I got to put. I always just leave like the first page as blank, just in case. Story did not finish. I mean, I know how it ends, but in this case, it didn't get it finished. Wow, that's kind of a shame. I feel more for the character it was written for more than anything. There's gotta be somewhere. No, it's gotta be somewhere. It has to be. Yeah, so. Really hate to end the stream like that. That's not cool. Tell you what. I'm already 2 hours into this. I was gonna draw stuff anyway. 2012 is now 2021. Can't guarantee that even if I did finish the story, that it's going to be complete somewhere. Alright, so tell you what, I'm gonna do this on camera. I'd rather not speak. The story wasn't really good. So I'm gonna turn the mic off. Do my best to try to finish this the way it was supposed to be. Really hate this story not finished. This book is now over 10 years old. The stains you see more or less stains of my life. I mean, I'm not a dramatic person. Yeah, still early in the night. They gotta let me in still. And in case I don't get to monologue this, what's gonna happen, I'm gonna try to finish it just for this. And here, there we go. So. Try to finish the story. It may exist somewhere else because I might have continued it in another book because I couldn't find this book at the time. Because life was really chaotic. I know it's not streaming today. There's a page in there that explains what happened in real world time. So, I am going to try to finish this on camera. Because I feel like I ended it somewhere. There might have been a dream. I'd rather not talk while I do it. The synapse is that Death walks through the apartment building. He comes across a young girl with a terminal disease that knows he's coming, but it's not her time yet. So he stops and acknowledges her. He comforts her. It's just her that, I'm not going to name names, but other writers have used that as where you relate to death or you feel more comfortable with death. After he deals with the little girl who is dying from the terminal disease, he proceeds on his way to where he arrives upon his destination. And he comes across the cat that knows what his intentions are. The cat from the beginning. But it's going to circle back around to this. Here you go. It's going to circle back around to this. To where he was originally trying to get to. Where he is more or less walking out of the farm field to address the old woman sitting on the porch. This old woman is on the top floor of the apartment building. She is the owner of the cat. The cat knows what his intentions are. That's why the cat tried to stop her, because he didn't want this to happen. And so, once he makes it past the terminal girl, it acknowledges his compassion and his unwillingness to take her now. He gets to the old woman who has lived her full life, which some of us aren't blessed with. And he addresses her. If you would like to see the scene animated, there's a scene that is identical to it in Robot Carnival and anime before anime was creepy. Um, where yes, Death identifies himself as somebody that is comfortable with that person's life, that is passionate with that person's life, compatible, and then takes that person. And that's what it's leading up to. It's just that old lady on the top floor who was near death, who was meant to die, lived her life. This was it. That he's just there for her. And he takes her in a peaceful way in her sleep. And then makes his way to the roof. And then flies away with the cat. It's the woman's protector, watching and acceptance of, because animal, no, stop there. Just just that the woman lives her life, passes on peacefully. Death takes her in a peaceful way, and that is the end of the story. And now I will digress, and I will turn off my mic, and I will attempt to finish this on camera. Here some 10 years later, I guess. Again, it might be, I might have finished this in another book somewhere. These composition books I did, there's probably, well, there's a tote full of them. I have a tote, plastic tote, box, whatever, full of them. And it might be in one of those, but here, I will do a for sure in this, since there's so many blank pages, I will finish it here. If the music cuts off, I'm just gonna be listening to my own stuff. Again, these streams are not for me. These streams are for the people that care about me. These streams are for the people that these stories are relevant to. And if I could, I would get these stories out there. And I'm just put on this earth for one purpose, and it is to cater to everybody else. No less or no better, just everybody else that is living the same lives. And we all need someone to guide us. Just some of us don't get that person or people to guide us. And I wish they did have those people. And if I could be that person, I would. And if this does kind of, resonate in your mind somewhere or helps with anything, I hope it did. It's, yeah. So, I go quiet and I don't say anything else for the rest of the night. Good night. God bless. And, it won't be okay right now, but it will be. It will be okay. Good night.